I love the way the First Gen Lounge makes me feel.
Because it creates a space where I belong.
Where we're able to create community.
The fact that it's a community.
It's a safe place.
It also gives me a place to understand different perspectives.
The stories of these individuals prescribe transformational perspective.
I receive encouragement, enlightenment, empowerment.
And also serve as a catalyst to just keep going.
Where we're able to be our true selves.
I'm allowed to be an unapologetic first gen.
And above all else, tell our story.
And every episode is unique.
I love it.
I'm your host, Dr. Eve, and I'd like to welcome you to the First Gen Lounge.
Welcome back. And if you are new, hey boo, hey. Or my infamous, hey y'all. I had to do it. So I have a question for you this week. I have a question. I must ask you a question. I be tickling myself. So here it is. Are you choosing your life or are you letting life happen to you? So, of course, I be all in my head, all in my brain, very introspective. And I found myself reflecting on what has come of my life. I think about where I was, a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. And I even think about where I want to go. And one of the things that kept coming up for me is peace. And at the beginning of the year, I had established that I wanted to focus on peace, whatever would bring me peace, showing up such that peace will be a significant part of my life. And what I found through some of the most trying of circumstances that have come up, right, since then, has been that peace still reigns. Now, setting my intention, focusing on the idea, the fact that peace is what I wanted, I feel like that's what I've gotten, right? But I chose it. And in every situation, I strive to continue to choose peace. Which then led me to think about, all the other times where I've chosen success. I've chosen something. And when I focused on it, it came to be. And now, I'm really, really big on personal development. And I love getting, lost in books and podcasts and YouTube videos and all the things surrounding growth and personal, just like transformation. That's just what it is. And in these things, what I'm noticing, the pattern over years of reading, over years of perspective, coming from people who are millionaires and multimillionaires, people who came from nothing and, are suddenly something, whatever that something is for them, right? One thing I find common in all of their sayings, their teaching, their ways is how they talk about the power of mindset and belief, and that you choose said thing. So I said earlier that, I've chosen things and those things have come to be, right? It's choice, it's choosing. And I want to expound on that for a second because it took me reflecting and realizing that when I've made the decision, right, I'm going to do something. I want this for myself. I want this for my life. Making the choice then for whatever thing I've wanted meant that I adapted the mindset and the habits to align with said thing. So when I ask, are you choosing your life or are you just letting life happen? For me, it's realizing that a choice to be happy means that every choice that follows is pushing you in the direction of happiness. A choice to be successful means that every decision therefore is pushing you in the direction of the success that you want. And I kind of laugh you heard it coming, because what I realize is you can't make a single choice and then say that it's done. You have to keep choosing. You have to keep choosing. Man, I done spoke a word to myself today. Yeah, but you have to keep choosing because it's everything is a series. Let's say life is a summation of all of your decisions and your actions, right? And so a lot of times we say, well, how did I get here? We can find the answers in our choices. We can find the answers in, okay, these things have happened, but here's how I'm going to respond. And then you may say, well, Eve, how do you account for the things that I have no control over? Yeah, you can't control the things that you have no control over, but you can choose how you react. You done heard that before? I'm sure you have. So, but what does that mean then? What it means that I recognize that there are things that are going to happen in life that are beyond me. However, in each one of these things, I have the power of how I'm going to respond to said thing. I recognize there are challenges in my business. Well, I'm going to embrace these challenges and I'm going to seek the help that I need to get through these hardships, to get the strategies, to get the knowledge, continue to build the skills to be able to overcome these challenges. Or yes, I don't like my weight today, but I'm going to choose health, which means choosing quality food, choosing to walk, choosing sleep, choosing water. It's all the choices. Or imagine being in a workspace that you just don't like. I've been there, but I'm going to choose to focus on the students, to focus on the things that are working right, to focus on the achievements, and to focus on the goals that I put in place for myself, for my department, for my area when I got here. And I'm going to choose to see, the positivity and how this is building me up, how it's building my resume, my CV, how it's contributing to who I am becoming and preparing me for whatever is next. I've long been a glass is half full person. And I'm telling you, when you see that bit half empty, ooh-wee, it does you no good. But the power in mindset and the power in your thinking is next to none. And understanding that on a level that's, hitting the core has really shaped how I'm showing up in my life and how I will show up. And I'm gonna even say couple with some therapy now, because let me tell you about therapy. The thing I love the most about therapy is how it's shifting my perspective of my feelings and my emotions and where they come from. That's then shaping how I see the world, but also removing some of the blockages when it comes to my beliefs and my confidence and how I'm going to do things and how I want to just move in any capacity of my life, right? Because at the end of the day, there is a truth that knowing what I know now, I just can't shake. And that is so within, so without. I hit you with it. So within, so without. What is internal and coming from within me is going to be present in my life and everything around me. So working on me, working to heal, working to break these internal barriers, working to resolve conflicts that I've had for years, working on me and coupling that with understanding the power of my thoughts. Because mind you, if you think low of yourself, your thoughts about yourself are going to be low. And then that's going to show up in what you're projecting into your life, into your world. So how, again, powerful it is to say, I get to choose what my life looks like to the best of my ability, to the power that I have with the circumstances that I'm giving. But either way, I get to choose. And how empowering is it to empower yourself? How empowering is it to be able to look at your life and everything around it and realize you get to choose what you see in your life? And you can say, well, it's not possible to be in a good place all the time. And I'm going to say, you damn right. You damn right. However, life is a delicate balance that we've talked about before. You heard me say this, of light and darkness, of good and bad. And what you can realize is, yes, I may be in a difficult situation right now. So I know this won't be the circumstance forever. You still get to choose what you believe about the situation. And once we really can wrap our minds around that concept, do I believe we can see incredible changes in strides of progress in our life and in our well-being. So kind of moving back into the whole, are you choosing your life or are you letting life happen to you? What I want to encourage most for you today and always is that you choose your life, that you recognize you are a powerful being with infinite possibilities that lie before you, and choosing your path, choosing what your life looks like, even with all the unpredictable things, still choosing. You get to choose. Don't ever feel like you are powerless. Don't ever feel like you are incapable. Don't ever feel less. Why? Because at the end of the day, you still get to choose. And you know what's interesting is, it's like, well, I know I'm grown. I can do what I want to do. I know I'm grown. I'm responsible. I know I'm grown. I'm accountable. But there is power and empowerment in saying, I know this is my life and I get to choose. I get to choose it. Who I spend my time with, what I eat, where I want to hang out, where I vacation, where I live. Life is really only as beautiful as you choose to make it. Oh, I just said it too. I wasn't even trying to do it that time. But seriously, it is. So with all of that said, all this choosing we doing today, I'm running out with the word, but I really want this to sit with you. The power of choice. Choose your happiness, choose joy, choose fulfillment, choose you, and most importantly, choose to keep pressing forward no matter what. I love you, and I'll catch you next time. Peace. All right, before you go, I wasn't going to hit the Frankie Beverly Maze, but we could have gone there. But seriously, before you go, don't forget to share if you enjoyed the show. Hey, that, and head over to thefirstgenshop.com and check out all of the goody goodness that we have for first generation scholars and grads across the globe. So go get you something nice, or pick something up for your mentee or your students, or, just whoever. But yeah, you got this. All right. Love you. Mean it. Later.